Hey all, what's going on here? It's the Guitar Historian here with you today. Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk kind of in an unscripted way about something that's actually been on my mind for quite some time, and recently something has been released that really it gets my goat. So let's dive into it a little bit. So first thing I wanted to do is show you off to Horus here. We've got the newly christened Horus. I put the Eye of Horus on the guitar. Thought just the gold and black kind of gave me this idea to do an Egyptian theme. Probably going to get an Egyptian style strap for it at some point, but I just think this one came together really nice, and it's heavily modded. But the reason that I'm holding Horus tonight is because of we're going to talk about Epiphone. And we're going to talk about the new Slash Les Paul lineup that Epiphone just released, okay? I have my thoughts on this, and you're going to see tons and tons of videos on YouTube from all these different guitar sellers, especially, who are singing the praises of this amazing line of guitars. But I'm sad to say I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm obviously not a seller. I'm a real person. I look at things from an objective standpoint, and I say to myself, why am I doing that? You know? So I downloaded some specs, and I wanted to bounce some things off of you guys. Now, when it comes to the Slash guitars, I just want to preface by saying that there are some premium things on the Slash Les Pauls that are a little bit of a cut above what I'm holding here. Now, this guitar, as I said, has been heavily modded. It has a Graphtec nut. It has the Steinberger gearless tuners. It has wolf tone pickups. I put on new metal knobs, a black bridge. But from the standpoint of just the way it looks, you got the trapezoid inlays. This is a Pal Ferro fingerboard. This is the Les Paul originally. The stock version was the Les Paul Traditional Pro 3. Okay, this was the guitar that I got for Christmas in 2019. It is a 2019 model, made in China, and it's got the binding, it's got the gold top, it's a mahogany body, it's a veneer maple top. Okay, now let's look at some of the specs for the Slash, shall we? So this is the Slash gold top. Now I'm going to flash some pictures online, or up on this video, so that you can see the difference between this guitar that I'm holding as it looked stock and the new guitar from the Slash line. Okay, the Slash guitar is mahogany body. The top material is called carved hard maple, so I'm not sure if that's as thin as a veneer. It may be a little bit thicker, but that's nice. It's got the metallic gold finish, the same as this one. The neck shape is a little bit different. Slash does have his own way of kind of doing the neck. It's a custom C neck that Slash does, and the neck is a little bit different, so that's, I'll let you know there. The fingerboard is Indian Laurel, so as you know, rosewood isn't really being used very much more except on very premium guitars, and Indian Laurel and Pal Ferro have kind of become the go-ins or the go-betweens for what used to be rosewood on everything. It does already come with a Graphtec new bone nut. The bridge is the Locktone Tune-O-Matic bridge with stop bar. The tuners are Epiphone Vintage Deluxe. Now, those are Epiphone tuners, folks. Don't get me wrong. It comes with a hard shell case. Okay, so that is another, another little thing that you can add on there. And the price of these is $8.99. Okay? The price of this guitar, new, stock, when it was out, was $399.99. And I think I got this on sale for $299.99. Okay? Now, why do I say that is important? What's the one thing that I've left out? The pickups. Okay. Epiphone is calling the pickups in the Slash, all the Slashes, they're all the same pickups, the Epiphone Custom Humbucker. From what I've heard, they're very similar to the Pro Buckers that this came with stock. I have them sitting in my garage collecting dust. So if they're apparently a lot better than I thought they were and I shouldn't have upgraded, then, you know, I have them for sale if anybody wants any, okay? But this is just one piece of a larger issue, in my opinion, with Epiphone. Take a look in comparison to the Fender and Squier lines, okay? Fender makes guitars, the Player Strat, Mexican, they have the Mexican-made guitars, which generally run in the $700 to $800 range. Sometimes a little bit more, depending on plus top. Some of them have Floyd Rose, things like that. You know how it is. The American versions start at about $1,000, going up to, you know, stratospheric heights and everything, and then you've got custom shop and all that. But Squiers have generally remained $500 or less, no matter what. Maybe very, very few exceptions of Squiers. They have been budget guitars, and they continue, even today, with all the challenges and the things about the coronavirus, and, you know, stuff's hard to get, things are harder to make, stuff costs more, I get it. Squier has remained strong at the less than $500 price point, okay? However, in the last few years, since they changed the headstock style here, this is the old version of the Epiphone headstock, Epiphone's suddenly become this guitar maker that wants to make $1,000 guitars. And it's not just this line, okay? There were also a line of acoustics that they made, which was actually the first time that I was kind of like, huh, what? You know, they were making versions of all the Gibson acoustics, the Gibson Hummingbird, the Gibson J45. They had all these ones, and they were like $800. And I was like, wait a minute. You know, I have an Epiphone Dove acoustic down here. It's off camera, right? Based on the Gibson Dove, one of the greatest acoustic guitars ever made. And I'm pretty sure when I bought this in 2010, they retailed for about $300. And Epiphone still sells acoustic guitars, and they still sell electric guitars that are around, you know, $400. But then the Les Pauls, the standards are creeping up. I think they retail for about $550 now, okay? And then now you've got the Slash line, okay? So what are you paying for with a Slash Epiphone guitar? You're paying for Slash's name? His neck size? You're not even getting Gibson humbuckers in there like they were doing with some of the Bonamasses and some of their other special releases like the 59 Les Paul, which actually I think is worth the money. It looks like a very nice guitar, and it comes with real Gibson pickups. Now, again, some people will say, well, the pickup thing's overrated, you know, it's blah, 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 there's pickups back. Yeah, I get it, but the quality is quality. When you look at an Epiphone pickup and you look at, you know, these types of things that they're pulling out of China, and then you look at, you know, the Gibson pickups, you can just see, you can feel, you can hear the quality in these pickups. And you're going to tell me that you're going to charge me $900 for a guitar that looks virtually identical to this. Identical, except for the headstock and a couple of little Slash decals, okay, and maybe a little bit of a thicker maple top. You're going to tell me you're going to sell me all that, and it's going to cost more than double what you originally MSRP'd this one at? So, yeah, I don't know where we were at. I really don't. But, like, I think Gibson and Epiphone are making a horrible mistake. I really do. Because when you buy a guitar, you know, and it's the first guitar is an Epiphone, and you're, you know, 13 years old, and you're first picking up a guitar, and your parents get you a guitar, it's most likely going to be an Epiphone or a Squier. But now you're telling me that the Epiphone that your parents have to buy you is $900, and you can get a Gibson, you can get the Gibson Les Paul Special those tribute models or whatever, even the Les Paul Tribute, it's only a couple $100 more. If you're going to spend $900 on an Epiphone just because it has a Slash nameplate on it, it's insane to me. It's absolutely insane. And I don't really understand where Gibson and Epiphone are trying to make Epiphone fit into the Gibson ecosystem, because I feel like Gibson, if you're going to make quality guitars in the United States, you do that, right? And then you make the copies in China and you make them affordable for everyone. In my opinion, considering the specs of these guitars, they should be no more than $500 US. That's just the way they should be. Just like Squier. They're making them overseas. They're finding a way to make them cheaper. You got to do the same thing, okay? And I understand the Slash Gibson Les Pauls are very expensive. So maybe they're thinking in terms of, well, if the Gibson Slash Les Pauls are $3,000, $900 seems like a great deal on the same type of guitar. It's not the same. It's not. I just don't know where Epiphone's going with that. So let me know if you agree. Let me know what your thoughts are on all this and the way Epiphone's kind of been overpricing themselves lately, and where you think they're going as a company, because I'm at a loss. But anyway, we'll talk to you next time, and we'll see you soon on the Guitar Historian channel. Thanks for watching.